Range aside.
Hey, range aside, right on, man. Hey, everybody, I'm Dennis at Alexander Recording Company, and it's the Rock and Roll No Show. And this week, we got the super cool guest for you, blues extraordinaire. Guy's been around a long time. If you haven't heard of Matt Woods, I'll be damn surprised. Matt, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Dennis, thanks for having me.
Man, glad to have you. Yeah. Absolutely. We've kind of been hanging out a little bit lately.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, we go a long time without seeing each other, and then it's all the time. So.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Meeting your boy the other day was really cool.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
You know, I like what do you say? Like father, like son. He was up and,
tall and goofy looking.
Well, no, he's up on stage. And he's helping Matt get his stuff together, and my daughter was there, and he was like, "Hey, Lillian, do you want to help me grab this case?" You know, included her in it, and she was like, "Oh yeah," So just
he could tell she wanted to.
Yeah, it was super cool, man. Kind and gracious, awesome. So our co-host here, Colby Redler, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
Man, no complaints, man. How's your week been?
Good.
Put miles on.
Started, right?
Maybe. Yeah. Put some miles on that Harley this weekend.
Last week, rode it down to the shop a couple times.
Cool, right on. Well, man, we've got lots to talk about.
All right.
The world is insane. It's not boring now.
It's not, no. It's strange times for sure.
Yeah. So, you were just playing the Goldfinch Room not long ago, and for you who doesn't know it, the Goldfinch Room is typically a listening room inside of C.Y. Stevens, and Tammy Kuhlbeck is the director over there, and she moved the shows outside so we could do them during COVID.
Thankfully, yeah.
Yeah, it's been really cool. I think we've done the last one outside for the year, but they're talking about doing them inside on the big stage and still doing social distancing. Mm-hmm. But it was a great show. A lot of people came out, man, and like always, it's cool because people are there to listen, but it's a different kind of vibe because people get to stomp on their feet and drinking a little bit of wine and having a good time, and it was fun. But we were kind of talking about it. Man, how many shows canceled?
I've had about 70 shows canceled in 2020.
When did it start for you? When did you start seeing it go?
It was early March. I remember I played a show. I think it was March 5th. I played a show with my band, and I had basically I had some stuff booked, some regular gigs booked through the whole year, but I had all my summer and fall pretty much full up, and that week after that gig in March, it's just like email after email after phone call after phone call, just dominoes. Just
do you do a blues festival, like an annual blues festival or something every year?
I don't put one on. I there's certain ones that I play that yeah, but
and all of that stuff got canceled.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well,
damn shame, man.
Yeah. So yeah, it was. I don't sit very well. I don't relax very well. I like to work. Right. So it was really hard. It was hard for me to wrap my brain around the fact that I wasn't going to be doing that. I'm so used to go all the time, and then when you just can't, it was difficult, emotionally for me. But
yeah. So speaking of go all the time, a couple of years ago, and I think maybe it was on Facebook, but I think I saw either a short clip of a video or maybe it was just some pictures of you harvesting wheat with a sickle.
Yeah, a scythe, yeah.
Scythe, yeah. I mean, by hand. I'm like, get after it, man.
Yeah, that's what I like to do in my spare time. Yeah.
I dig it.
I grow hay. I grow hay and I cut it with a scythe. And
that's hardcore, man.
Yeah. It's good exercise.
You're living on a farm now, right?
We have acreage, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Being able to get outside of it a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way.
So. Let's see. MattWoodsMusic.com is Matt's website. I would encourage you all to go check his website out, but more importantly, buy his records. They're good. Take it from me. I really dig what he does, and I think you will too. There's a couple of tunes on our YouTube channel of him playing live in the studio. We're gonna do that every week with the artist. leave some comments, show them some love, but more importantly, buy some of the records. Because I'm assuming, Matt, with no shows, there's probably like none of those people who canceled the shows send you a paycheck.
No, not that's not how it works in the gig economy, you know.
I didn't think so. I haven't heard of anybody getting any like a advance from the shows next year either.
Yeah, and I'd say like I said, I've got a lot better off than a lot of people just because I have multiple income streams, but
right.
I have a lot of friends that are really struggling. So I would say don't buy my records. Go buy other musicians' stuff. You know.
Yeah, so. It's like it'll be a broken record out of me. We got to support each other. That's how everybody's going to get through this thing. It's people talk about music and how much they love it, and this is my favorite artist, and I've listened to this record 1,000 times. It's all local music at some point,
mm-hmm.
And if we don't support those artists right now, then they're going to wind up getting a job at Come and Go and just not giving a shit anymore, and you won't hear from those artists anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that'd be a shame.
Yep.
We hate to lose that art. So, tell me something about some of the records, man, you've cut. I know Sawdust and Gasoline got some really good reviews, right?
Yeah, my last. I've made. I don't know. I didn't come prepared, but I've made several records on my own name, 5 or 6, and then played on dozens more as a session guitarist or whatever. But my last 2 solo records, which were just me solo, no band, right. All original music, kind of in that traditional music tradition, roots music tradition. I got some little bit of good traction with those and some good press from them, and were nominated for some awards for acoustic blues records and things like that. And so I was happy with how they were received by the kind of awesome. The community that I'm involved in. So
I dig it. So, what is it? Iowa Blues Society? Is that what it's called?
There's several blues societies in the state. Central Iowa Blues Society is one of them, but
okay. Yeah. And you're pretty involved in
I'm involved with all of them, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. What have you got coming up for shows? What didn't get canceled?
Well, yeah, I wish you would have asked me this a year ago. I've got a few that are kind of stuff that started to pick back up there in the summer because we were able to play outdoor things and whatever, and I was able to kind of get back to about 60% of what I'd like to be doing. Mm-hmm. But this winter things are looking pretty bleak this fall and winter. But I've got a couple just solo and band shows coming up in just close by in Central Iowa here, and but nothing.
Are you playing the Whiskey House? Is that
I believe there's one of those coming up in November. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's always a good time.
Yeah,
I like the place.
But touring has ceased to exist now.
Yeah, so. For sure, man. Yeah,
It's just you can't. I mean, it's hard to plan. There's definitely some venues that are having live music, but it's like you can't plan several days in a row worth of gigs in different cities because if one, you get so far away and then all of a sudden you lose a date. Week before, the week of, when you're already out on the road, and that can really screw everything up. So it's really hard to plan these days for that kind of thing.
Yeah, man, I can't even imagine.
So it's I've gotten to the point where it's just like I will play as much as I can here locally, but any touring is just not worth even messing with until things get back to normal.
For you, and I mean, I'm not asking you like crystal ball stuff, but what kind of vibe do you get of like your next spring, next summer, where you can get back out on the road and people. Who knows? Every time you think you get something figured out, it changes, But I think that I hope that venues that are serious about having live music, whether it's a live music venue or a brewery that has music or a winery that has music, right. I hope that if they're serious about it, next time warm weather rolls around, spring and summer, they'll have a plan, right. As to able to keep that going. Right. So I would like to think optimistically that we could be back to working pretty regularly
when warm weather rolls around. And I know a lot of states and areas of the country don't have that problem, but unfortunately here there is a large portion of the year where you don't want to be outside too much.
For sure. Like my place out in the country, like I like to do some stuff out there on the weekends and have people come out and schedule things. Mm-hmm. And end of October, that's the end of scheduling.
Yeah. Plus it's dark all the time.
Yeah. Nobody wants to come out and freeze.
Yeah.
It's just.
So I don't know. I hope that certainly for me, I think that we can, as a larger community of human beings, I'd like to think that we can learn to live and be productive under certain conditions. Take whatever precautions we need to take. Right. To sort of move things along and get economies rolling and people working again and live music and art and all the things we like to do. I'd like to think that we can figure out a way to do that, even maybe before spring. Just whatever that. I'm not going to say what it should be or whatever, but I think there's a way that we can proceed. And a lot of us want to get back to work. I mean, for me, that's the most frustrating thing. Is like I kind of imply that all I want to do is work. Yeah. All I want to do is work. I don't want to collect checks for not working. I just want to work. I want to do the work. I want to put the miles on. I want to get the reps because that's how I get better and that's how I achieve my goals. And the frustrating part, and I don't mean to just ramble on about it, but just sort of just having that rug pulled out or just somebody beyond my power just saying, you can't work. Right. That's the hard part. And I'm not the only one that's like that. There's a lot of us that just all we want to do is work, man.
I'm with you.
But so I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, I was just wondering if you look going online or what that looks like. Or...
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, and trying to figure out a good, unique way to sort of move forward to continue to make music and to hopefully continue to be paid for it. And I don't think that. A lot of people live stream stuff on social media, and I certainly did my share of that. I don't think that's a sustainable option, and I don't know what the solution is for me right now. Whether it's setting up a way to give lessons online or just produce content online somehow. I don't know what the answer is. I'm trying to figure out what that is because I do see, not only a long winter ahead of me, but who knows when something like this is going to happen again, and there's going to be another 4 or 5, 6 months where gigs don't exist. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to be productive moving forward in an alternate sort of universe.
The lesson thing might work out really well for you because you can put the camera in that mirroring thing.
My problem is I'm not a very good teacher because I don't know how to speak. I don't read music. I don't speak music. I just play it like I hear it. So conveying that to another person is sometimes I'm not very good at that. And also my skill set is for a very specific style of music and a very specific kind of thing that unfortunately there's like 8 people in the whole world that are interested in it, so it's not I can't teach but it's like I can't teach a bunch of 11-year-olds how to play AC/DC because I don't know how to do that, so it seems to me like that's
but that's
unfortunately what a lot of guitar lessons is.
We don't need more of that.
Right. But I can probably explain some really niche, very specific style of music and the subtleties involved with it, which is what gets me going. That's what I'm excited about. Unfortunately, there's not a huge market for that.
When you were playing the, is it Bootleg Me?
Bootleg Me Mama?
Bootleg Me Mama. When you were playing that, I was thinking about it, and how would you feel about being like the house guy at a speakeasy at an undisclosed location? You know what I mean? I mean, we'd all have masks, so no one would know it was us, right?
I'd feel good about working however and whenever I can.
I think that. No, so with that, you guys hear it loud and clear. When the state will let you do, and the CDC's recommendations and all of that stuff, everything we were talking about with Randy Baumeister last week, when some of those things get straightened out, you venue owners, call Matt. Let's get to work. The man said he wants to work. So
I get it. It's like a lot of places they have their they're running a business just like I'm running a business, you know, and just because my business suffers doesn't mean theirs needs to, you know, but so I get it, you know. I'm not trying to push it on people that aren't. I don't want their businesses to suffer, you know. So
some of the venue owners that I know, man, it's been horrific for them. And they're like, okay, you can open Wednesday. No, not Wednesday. You can open next 2 Wednesdays from now.
Right.
Oh, no, I can't do that. You need to, you know. And in the meantime, all of the DRAM license and all of that stuff
still
is due.
Still
the
due.
mortgage is due. The insurance is due. The DRAM insurance is due. It's like,
well, and I don't, you know, these places that have been closed for months or working at reduced capacity, like I really don't expect them to have money to hire live music, and that's fine. But there's other options. I mean, private parties, private events, house concerts. I've done a ton of those, and I encourage people to do that. Next time you have a party or dinner party, why don't you hire a musician? It might be easier if you get the right person. It might be easier and more affordable than you think, you know. And a lot of us are happy to work, you know.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Yeah, we were doing some studio shows here, you know.
Right.
And you know, we the stuff at the studio was intended to be a very intimate crowd, and for people who wanted to come hear music. The tickets weren't cheap, and they weren't intended to be, because the intention was you get to hear a real show, you get to be in a very intimate, you get to spend intimate time with an artist, and it's stripped down. Like, you know, it's like you sitting on the couch and playing, and people getting that vibe. And man, we had a great time doing it.
A lot of people don't get the opportunity to be that up close and personal to stuff, and really, you know, have the attention, or, you know, in a situation where they can pay attention and be that close to it. And so, yeah, I would, hopefully that's worth it to some people. Yeah, worth a little extra.
Well,
money.
I'm telling you, man, as soon as things like start figuring out, and, you know, you can put more than 6 people in one place at a time, you know, I'll call you. And,
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Come do a show over here. I'd love to do it.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, definitely. Just all of that foot stomping. We'll have to watch the floor in there.
Bring the house down.
No doubt. So, let's see. A couple of the little things we're trying to do, right? Just to keep it fresh, right? I want to ask you a couple of questions, just simple questions, yes or no answer. And if it's you don't want to answer it, just say pass.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. This will be good.
But when you say pass, if you could use that like Pinocchio kind of voice, you know, like,
sure, yeah.
I want to be a real boy. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna try. Like, I'm sure everybody will get it figured out, and I have to change it up. But I'm gonna try to go with similar kind of questions, right? And you kind of already touched on it a little bit when we were talking before, the originals versus covers kind of thing. But if you had one tune left in you, like you only got to play one more, would it be an original?
No.
No. Do you drink ever too much?
No.
Never. Cool. Do you smoke?
No.
Blues man doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. That's good.
James.
You'll be a blues man for a lot
Hey,
longer
man,
than some
I
of
don't-
those other dudes.
Listen, I don't. Excuse my language, but I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I just want to play guitar.
I dig it, man.
Like, I'm all about the action.
Yeah,
just let me play.
that's awesome, man. Yeah, that
All that
really
stuff.
is cool. To hear.
I spent many years of my life doing all that stuff, and all it was a big distraction.
Right
and,
on, man.
I don't need a distraction. This is already hard enough.
Yep,
You know
I
what I
dig
mean?
that.
And to be my best, I have to focus on it.
Yeah, see, I love that, man. Because you know, like when I met you, I was front man and cover man, you know, and my job, what I took it to be, was to sell booze every night, and I drank a lot of booze.
Sure.
Man. Wasted a lot of time. You know, could have gotten a lot better in that process, but I'm glad I slowed her down. Yeah, hit them brakes. Let's see. Do you pray?
No.
No. And then, do you shoot guns?
Yes.
Yes. Cool. Now, the reason that I ask these questions is because I want to know. I want to know. And if y'all want to know, cool. And if not, that's cool too. But these are the questions I want to know.
Well, the hard part is like nothing's ever black and white. In
Exactly.
life, there's lots of gray.
For
so
sure.
it's hard to answer yes or no questions like that. I'm just telling you my gut.
Yeah. Well, see, and this is
because I could expand on it, any of that stuff.
This
for
is
hours.
This is the reason that I like it. Is it opens your brain to what exactly does he mean? You know what I mean? And you got to think about that stuff. And I kind of dig it. It's like it's kind of like reading Kurt Vonnegut and ripping a page out in the middle. You're like, what happened? So the other cool thing, and this is a Danny Grouse thing. He started this, and if anybody ever wants to blame him for it, what do you always say? Leave your comments below. Tell me 5 things about Matt Woods. Like 5 things about you that are super important, man. That is the essence of you.
Well, I love my family, my wife and my son. That's the most important thing, without question. I love playing guitar. I mean, that's it. That's it for me. I mean, that's the thing. That's awesome. My thing. I'm a 6th generation Iowan, and that's very important to me. My legacy in the state.
Awesome.
I believe in being a positive member of your community, whatever that is. Cool. So I'm a big community guy. I'm an Iowan, 6th generation. Guitar, family. You got one more?
Yeah.
Boy, that's tough. I guess I would just say I'm a big nature guy. That's important to me. I'm a conservationist, and
Awesome.
I work in agriculture, and that's the outside world is very important to me.
Cool. So, what you're doing in agriculture? When do I get to grow hemp?
I don't know. I'm not a legislator, but
yeah.
But when you do, I can help you grow it real good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, we should talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got just a little patch of land, and for the record, I don't want to grow dope. I want to grow hemp, and I would love to. I'd love to have a hemp crop come in.
Yeah.
If
you can sell it, I'll help you grow it.
Yeah. Right on, man. Cool. Sounds like fun. Play some blues out there, riding on the back of the what do you call the the machine that cuts them when they lay down. Would it be a sickle? A sickle mower?
Sickle mower, yeah, sure. That'd do it,
yeah. That sounds like fun, man. What's the future look like for you, man? Like, what do you?
Well, like I said, I'm adjusting to this new world like everybody else. I've spent the last 20 years of my life playing live music, and I don't know if that's gonna continue as it has, or if it's gonna get better or worse or what. So I'm trying to navigate as well as I can. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to figure out a good solid next move. I still want to do what I've been doing, and I hope to be able to do it again. But in the meantime, I definitely have to I definitely have to figure out what that next move is. So I guess I don't know. I mean, if there's ever a time where I could say I don't know what my future is, it's that. It's now. I mean, you never really know, but I know what I'd like to do, but I don't know if that's going to be super practical, in the future. So
Right.
I'm going to plan my next move. I'm going to keep working as hard as I can and trying to reach my goals as a player, and try to be the best guitar player I can be.
Right on. Cool. Your band. We were talking a little bit earlier. Your band. How are those guys holding up?
Good. Yeah, like I said, I work with several bands, and I have my own band. But my own band, everybody's handling this situation differently. I think the guys are doing well themselves, but we all have our different situations that we're in. I've got one of my guys is an older guy, so he has certain precautions that he needs to take, and
Right.
things like that, and just so we're all dealing with our own circumstances. But I know they want to play too. It's just, you know, when and where they can do it safely and how they can kind of proceed too. So
Cool. Awesome.
yeah.
All right, so I know mattwoodsmusic.com. That's everything in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
You're rocking a YouTube channel.
I've got a YouTube channel, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't mind if a few more subscribers there.
Cool. What's your YouTube?
It's just I think it's Matt Woods Roots Music.
Okay, cool. And we'll have our producer Nick put a what do you call it?
Put a link in the description.
This is why I have Colby here. Technical.
Mumbo jumbo.
Technical.
Modern man.
Yes, yes. Caveman, no good computer. Yes.
Just give me a big hammer.
Yeah, no kidding. No, so we'll put some links down there to your website and to the YouTube. Anything else you want to say, or you know?
No, not really.
let
I mean, I
anybody know?
appreciate you guys having me, and yeah, I don't have anything else to add, I guess. Thank you very
Cool.
much.
Well, man, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate you playing a couple of tunes, and the biggest thing, like y'all, again, it'll be a broken record. We're all gonna get through this thing. Normal, I'm pretty sure, like normal is over. But this is the thing. None of us got in this business because we want to be normal any damn way. So we're just gonna adapt. We're gonna figure out what the next move is. If we can be of assistance to you in any way, let us know. I know that Matt feels the same way. If he can assist you, I'm sure he will. So leave some comments, leave some ideas. If there's a cool place that you know is open and Matt's music would be great in there, then hit Matt up. You know, let's communicate and talk to each other, and you know, let's get this thing rolling again. So,
Well, yeah, like he mentioned about being community, just the community of musicians and music, and you know, just it's gonna take more communication and all of us, you know, to get through it all.
Absolutely, for sure.
Open it back up.
We all got to support each other. And speaking of which, tell people how they can get a hold of us and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we'll put some groovy links down in the description, but yeah, stop by the studio, ArkAims, ARKAims.com. But yeah, YouTube.
Yeah. If y'all come in the evening,
thumbs up.
Yeah.
Subscribe, share it.
If you come in the evening, I'll give you a tour. I'm driving a truck in the daytime, so no can do. I tell you, it's kind of cool though, man. Getting back in behind the big rig. You know, it's been a while, and I'm like, yeah. That first couple of days, you know, I'm like, yeah, grinding those gears. Wait, I'm not supposed to be grinding those gears.
Supposed to be rowing those gears, not grinding them.
Exactly. But I'm getting there. You know, if my boss is seeing this, I'm only kidding. I'm not grinding your gears.
We gotta thank Nick.
Oh
producer,
yeah.
You know,
Thanks, Nick.
AMG.
Appreciate you. Let's see, and then you guys give us some suggestions of who you'd like to see on the show. I know we were talking about it a few minutes ago. We're gonna try to get a lot of local Iowa folks on here for you. Yeah. So if there's anybody in particular you want to see, let us know. And I think that's cool for me. You good, Matt?
I'm good. Thanks again, guys.
Oh, hey, listen, just like last thought. Since I've known you have been a community guy for a long time. And you are a very intelligent human being. I know that you are involved in a lot of things that go down in our state. You ever thought about running for any kind of office?
I mean, it's crossed my mind, but probably not going to happen.
Well, you know, I think as we move forward, you know, like you might really think about it because you've got a unique view of it. You know, somebody's going to have to represent all of these people in the art world that don't have a job.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're gonna have to have a voice for sure, and you got a good one.
Well, thank you.
Cool. Well, thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right, you good?
I'm good.
All right, man. Range is cold.
Downrange.
Cool.